Hey y'all, how is everybody doing? I'm so glad y'all made it in. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday. Hey, can y'all hear me now? I don't know what happened. I guess I knocked myself out of the broadcast. I do apologize, but I'm glad y'all stayed here and rolled it out with me. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Sometimes StreamYard be tripping. I thought I was in and they let me know not so much. Okay. Well, I'm glad y'all let me know that I was not being heard because I want to be heard because I need all the help in the world today. Y'all, your sister is shook if. So the main thing that I want to hit on is this reoccurring theme. I know we talked about reoccurring dreams, but I'm having a reoccurring theme, y'all. It's some stuff going on that but can you hear me now? Okay, good. So it's some stuff going on with me, and I'm gonna just tell you, okay? Part of it is what actually sparked crown therapy in the first place. So I think it's really important that I'm really transparent with you guys and letting you know where I'm coming from. Hey, Allison, feels good being me. Dana Cutler, Mace, you here? DS, you here? All right, all right. JDMH, I'm back, baby. I'm back. All right, MJL, how you doing? So, okay, first of all, I hope y'all hit the like button. I appreciate it. If you have not subscribed and you enjoy the content over here with the Royal Family, y'all please subscribe. Help a sister out. Also, please, 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 if you get an opportunity to share a stream, share it. Somebody else may enjoy it. I appreciate it. It's a big deal to me. Okay. Hey, Miss Gardner, my armor bearer. Happy to be happy. Good to see you. I didn't get to finish my nails, Prudence. I got to go back and finish it. I literally took a break so I could come in here and do this. Hey, Jaja. Yes. Oh, Symphony Love, how you doing? All right. So also, before I know we're gonna get into it, but um let's talk about the talent showcase. Y'all, please go to the community tab, and if you want to participate, make sure that you comment under that post that either you're in or you are participating, so I can add your name to the list. This is very, very important, y'all. Please do that for me. Evangelist, hey Felicia, S. Collins, hey my love, Canelo. You don't know how happy I am that you're here with us. Our little family, we gossip and cut the food, but during the week we have real family talks, don't we, y'all? Hey Dana. Oh, Princess made it in. Hey, what she say? Blessed and highly favored. I know that's right. I'm making it. I'm making it. It was a little touch and go. Hey, Chris Stephanie. Yes. So on when it comes to that competition, y'all please make sure that you comment on that post in the community tab so I can add your name to the list. Y'all know I'm all about helping y'all have fun as much as I can, but y'all also know that I like to do things decently and in order. So we're gonna make sure that y'all get your names down so I can list it. I'm gonna touch base with my sister channels. Hey Gwen. And am I frozen now? What's going on? Am I frozen now, Doree? Oh, y'all can hear me, right? Okay. I don't know. Maybe your comment was delayed or something. Yes, I am. I'm so happy that you're here, Canelo. So y'all make sure that you make your comments so I can add you to the list and we'll take care of you. And also make sure that you vote for movie night. The talent the talent fest is going to be on August 29th. Movie night is August 27th. So make sure that you vote for your movie for movie night. Right now it looks like Harlem Nights is winning. So somebody gonna get shot in the pinky toe. Okay. And then unless y'all come in and vote and change where it's going, because the direction it's going in is Harlem Nights for August 27th for the movie night. Okay. All right. Also, and then for the Talent Fest, that's going to be the Royal Family Talent Fest is going to be the 29th of August. Both of those are on the community tab for Royal Family members. If you are not a member and you'd like to be, if cost is an issue, don't let it be an issue. Let me add all my contact information. So if you want to become a Royal Family member and you're not able to do so on your own, reach out to me so that I can help you. We're family over here. We back each other up. Y'all know that's what we do best, right? Okay. Cool. Cool. Now that we got all that out the way, okay? I hope y'all having a great week. We made it to hump day, and I appreciate you guys so much. And let me just dig in. Now, what I've been kind of going through a little bit is I have had dreams to come up as a recurring theme. When I say a dream with a recurring theme, I mean like they're the same, right? Yeah, we were lit last night. I know that's right. The same theme. Well, the theme that I ran into was an underwater theme. And that concerned me for a few reasons. I know that those dreams underwater are not very good indicators. And so I will be, I promise you. I promise you. And it was a bad indicator. And I had that dream before, not the same dream, but the same theme. I was underwater, right? And so with me being underwater, um, the issue then became I had to look at where it was coming from, why I was seeing myself that way. The first dream, I mean, I call it a nightmare, but I wasn't afraid or nothing, right? Um, Miss Gardner, I'm gonna get to you. If you put a pin in that for me, when I finish telling y'all about this, I will definitely help you. But you got to jump up here and tell me everything you saw, because y'all can't give me one or two little elements. You got to come talk to me and tell me everything that you saw. Hey, the real Miss Fake Avatar. I'm so happy you're back. I missed you. All right. So I kept having the theme. The first dream, well, actually, no. Yeah, it was. It was. Part of that is where the crown came from. And I'll tell you why. The first dream I had, y'all, it was disturbing and I called it a nightmare because remember how I told you guys sometimes you can wake up from a dream and you weren't really afraid, but you woke up with a bad feeling. Even when you see the symbolism and you don't really know what it means, it still gave you a real bad feeling. And that's what it did for me. So I'll share it with you. The first dream I had, I could tell I was underwater, but I was able to breathe. And it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And so I was in this place. It was very dimly lit. It was like maybe a little bit of light coming from somewhere, but I couldn't see where it was coming from. And they had me stood, I was standing on almost like a little platform or something. Hey, ABL. Okay, Miss Gardner, I'm for real. Now remember that, because when I finish, I'm gonna call you and tell you to come on, holler at me so I can help you. And they had me like on a platform. You know how if you go to a dress shop, they make y'all stand or make you stand on the platform so they can hem your dress. Or you if you haven't done it, you've probably seen it in a movie before, where they make the ladies stand up on a small platform just so that your hemline isn't touching the floor, and they can work on what you're wearing while you're wearing it. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Um, so I was on this platform, and there were all these people or entities, I'll say, and they were fixing on me. And that's the only way I can put it, y'all. They were stitching this strange dress on my back, like making it on me. And it was heavy. It was covered in pearls and it was heavy. And they put pearls in my hair, like literally on the strands of my hair. And it was heavy. It felt very heavy. Like they had the larger ones at the base of my strand, like right close to my scalp. And as it went out to the tips of my hair, the pearls got smaller and smaller. So they were like graduated in size. And then after they did all this to me, there was more light on me than there was around the edges of the room. And the edges of the room were really dark, but I could tell that there were a lot of entities there watching me while they were fixing me. And I don't know what they was fixing me for, because wasn't nobody talking to me and saying nothing. I just knew I felt uncomfortable. It's like, you know how you're not really afraid, but you're tense, you're anxious, your heart is beating fast, your chest feels tight. That's kind of how I felt. And so they pulled out the ugliest crown I've ever seen in my life. And it was gold, I could tell, but the gold was black. And it had stones in it, but they weren't set in any pretty way. And it was almost like barnacles. It looked like it was a crown that was created to appear like a barnacle. Like it was so ugly to me. And they placed this thing on my head, and part of it jetted down onto my forehead, the other part back into my hair with all these ridiculous pearls. And they would not let me go anywhere. Yes, Symphony Love, the crown was ugly. And I felt like I was being held there. And when I woke up from that dream, I remember being so uncomfortable, not really afraid, but I felt like something bad had happened to me spiritually. And I rejected it, even though I didn't understand it at the time. I felt like I understood it later, and I'll explain it in a minute. And it made me so unhappy. It made me so uncomfortable. And I remember being fixated on that hideous crown and trying to understand, like, how could I have even seen something like that? Where would I have seen something so horrible? And so the next dream that I saw was I was back in my hometown, but I was on a side of town that I ain't never lived on. And there was a young man who was driving me around, and he was driving me in a donk. Like if you're from the South, you know what a donk is. It's like an old school car, box, Chevy, Impala, something like that. So he's driving me around in the donk. I didn't know this guy from anybody. And he was trying to help me find a house. And so when I went to find a house, um, I got there and I walked in, and it looked like the type of houses you would see in Central Florida, ranch style houses, ain't no two-story houses. So I walk in, and there was a man there, and he looked like he was from that same place, even though I knew at this point I was not underwater. This was a whole other situation, but I knew it was connected. I don't ask me how I knew, y'all, but I knew that it was connected. And this man stood up. His skin almost had a silvery, like a bluish or silvery quality to it. And y'all, please forgive me if I sound crazy, but I'm just telling you what I saw. And he stood up, and he was almost threatening or ominous. And he said to me that you refused to come, so I came to get you. I don't know who the hell he was, why he was telling me he came to get me. I don't know where he thought he was taking me to, but it disturbed me that, this here we are again with the same theme and these strange folks that I don't know. And so when he sat back down, he said he told me to get my things, almost like he like it was almost like he presumed that I wouldn't have the nerve to say no. And when he sat down, something cut its way through his back, like it came through the wall. I don't know. But when it came through, that whatever that was that cut through him were smaller people or smaller beings, and they chased me. And when I ran, Lord, I know I sound crazy, but I'm telling y'all anyway. When I ran, they were literally shooting arrows at me. And these were people, they were covered in brown cloth and mud and whatever. And they were throwing, yeah, Canelo, it was very ominous, very uncomfortable. And I couldn't wake up. Like at that point, I knew I was dreaming, but I could not wake up. And so they were shooting arrows behind me. And the young man that helped me find the house, I think they hit him, but it didn't hit me. And I remember feeling one of the arrows come so close, like it brushed my cheek. And while I was running down the street, there were 5 men, y'all, in the middle of the street. And they were large men. They were huge black men. And they were like, I'm 5'10". So like I tell y'all all the time, like I'm a huge woman. I'm not small at all. And so they were so big that I looked like a child standing in front of these 5 men. And when I saw them at first, I was afraid and I tried to stop. But you know, when you're really running and you try to stop, you slide. And I slid. And they were standing almost like in a chevron formation. The one was in the front, and there were two to either side standing diagonally. And the one that was in the front, he reached and he grabbed me and he slid me behind him, brushed me behind him like I was a child. And then they dealt with those things that were chasing me. Those 5 large men protected me. They never said a word to me. And once everything was finished, they placed me like in somebody's yard. And once I was safe, then I woke up. So I prayed over it, y'all. I'm not kidding. I called people, I called everybody. It was like, Lord, somebody tell me what's going on. It was messing with me. Like, what is going on? What's happening? What am I seeing? And so last night, that's what I said, Wonder Woman Marsha. Those 5 large men had to be angels because I don't know what else it could have been. And they protected me. That's all I can say. They protected me, but they never spoke to me. They never said a word. And so I slept last night, and I forced myself to go to sleep. Y'all know I struggle with my sleep, and I had my weighted blanket, and I put it on, and the recent that Echo Dot Child, I had my music playing. I made it play me some Etta James. I went on to sleep. I lit my incense. I said, okay, I'm gonna have a good night's sleep. Y'all, I went to sleep, and this same theme with these underwater situations came back. But this time, y'all, I was when I entered the dream, I was already under the water. But this time I was going to help somebody, and there were 2 women with me, and we were going to help this girl that was trapped under that water. And so we saw the fish hanging around like they had been eating on something, or something drew them to an area. And when we got there, I saw this young woman, and she was tied with her hands behind her back, and I could see bite marks on her. I said, have mercy, are they here eating on this girl? And so we untied the girl, and I looked at the bite marks, y'all. It didn't look like no fish bites. It looked like somebody with a human mouth bit this girl under this water. And they were fresh bites. So I don't know how it happened. So we untied the girl, and she stood up like she was coming with us. I knew I was under the water because it was like I was having to remind myself how to breathe so that I wouldn't drown. Like I panicked at one point and I felt the water trying to enter my nose. I calmed down and it stopped. As soon as we got this girl free and said, come on here and let's go, she stood up. She was lucid, cognitive, everything. And it's like she just gave up. She laid back, stretched out her arms, and these things that looked horrible, they came and they ate this girl right in front of me. And so the young ladies that were with me, I said, y'all, we gotta go. She didn't want to fight. We can't help her. We gotta go. So we came back to the surface. One of the young ladies, I don't know where she went. The other one that was with me, y'all, We were on top of the water. We got off the water and we entered a hallway, a corridor. And we had two vehicles, just one man vehicles, right? Hers had a headlight on it. Mine didn't. And I told her we can't wait. We have to keep going. And she was dilly-dallying, and I said, no, sis, we gotta keep going. So I said, you just go and I'll follow your light. If I don't have a light, I'll follow yours. And we made it out of where we were. And it's like we were coming through the back way of restaurants or businesses or what have you. And when we made it out front, the same young woman that I was running with, she started to walk into marshy grass that was real high. It hadn't been cut and there was water in the grass even. And she started walking in there and she kept trying to convince me to come over there. And I said, no, we just got out of somewhere where I couldn't see where I was going. I'm not going back over there. And it was about that time that, I had an indication that I needed to move away from her. And then I woke up. Y'all, that thing gave me a horrible feeling. When I woke up, I was so uneasy. I almost wanted to cry. And I had to pray it off. And it was like, okay, what's happening to me? Why do I keep having this same recurring theme of being under the water? First time I was there and they were trying to dress me up for some foolishness and I rejected it. And that's what led to my obsession with the crowns, believe it or not. Because I saw that ugly crown. I had it fixed in my head that I would wear crowns and I would wear crowns from here on out, but I would never wear anything ugly because I was never going to allow anyone or anything to use any gift, any talent of mine for anything ugly, wicked, or evil. You're just not going to do it. And so that's why you see me with crowns all the time. That crown has a special meaning to me because I felt like, the interpretation that I received was that something ugly was after my life and not to kill me, but to use me for something evil and ugly. And I rejected it. And after that, it was like, I love crowns and I'm going to wear beautiful ones because I happen to be the daughter of the King of Kings and it's only fair, right? So I thought I had moved past it. So when that happened again, and I saw that horrible man trying to take me somewhere, and those huge men showed up, and they were angels. And then I felt so much better. Hey, Tasha Renee. And I thought that that was the end of it. So, y'all, when I slept again last night, and this thing that I thought was over was coming back again, and now I'm underwater again. But this time, I'm trying to get somebody out of the water who clearly didn't want to come out. I don't even understand what had happened to that child or how she got down there, young, pretty young woman. And I was trying to help her. Yeah, those are bad signs. Right. And so for me to go all the way into it, and it was clearly a dangerous situation. And then for her, as soon as we got her free, for her to lay back and just let these things take her, I didn't understand what I was looking at. And then when I ran, and the person I'm running with turns out to be somebody who was still trying to delay me from progressing away from the mess, and then turn around once we're completely out to try to lure me back into a bad situation. Like, don't get me wrong, I rejected every bit of it, but it made me so uncomfortable. I was just like, Lord, why is this happening? I have a clear understanding of those dreams in the water. There's very much a marine kingdom. And those of you who understand what marine spirits are, you understand why your sister is shook up. Like that had me shook up. And I was just like, you know what? I know it's going to sound off the wall, crazy or whatever, but I wanted to share with my family and let y'all know, like, when you all are having these dreams, these symbols, these warnings, you're not the only ones. You're not. And sometimes it's a matter of trying to understand or trying to make sense out of the fact that, you know, sometimes it's a warning, sometimes it can be prophetic. I don't like, and I'll be honest with you, it's a matter of, I don't know whether this was prophetic or whether it was just a warning. Evangelist says, yes, Shanitra, but the crown doesn't define your royalty. You are royal even if the crown comes off. Oh, I know, baby. Trust that. I know that. But it's really me thumbing my nose in their face because nobody can make me do what I don't want to do. They cannot make me love what I hate. Okay. And you're right, DS. That's kind of the one I took from it, was that I can't save everyone. I can't extend myself to everyone. Everybody, that look like they need to be saved or help, they may not be. It may be a trap. It may be a whole decoy. Yeah, girl. I thought about that too. I thought about that too. Amen. They cannot. And I really had to think about it. Miss Sharon said the first dream is ceremonial. The second one is a summoning. The dirt men are naysayers. Five giants are angels. The water is you drowning in doubt. Nah, that wasn't no drowning in doubt, baby. That was a whole other kingdom. No. I was with you up to there. Mm-hmm. What I can tell you is that was just a horrible, horrible thing. It was horrible. And then seeing it again after I thought I was over it, and I figured, like, let me share, because I know that sometimes y'all go through stuff too, and y'all know the whole premise of crown therapy is we share with each other because somebody else may be going through what you're going through. And hey, Sharon, I just want to encourage you that even if you think something is finished, it can pop back up. Because I really thought, y'all, I thought I was past this. That's why I never mentioned it, never talk about it. Um, wow, thank you for that, sis. I appreciate it. And that's what I'm praying for, is protection, because something is not right with what I saw. And I don't know what it is. I'm just praying that, you know, I watch myself. I'm always careful. Yeah, exactly, AJ. Exactly. And I just got to be careful. I have got to be very, very careful. Say, did the girl have green hair? No, she didn't have no green hair. She had regular hair. She was a pretty girl, pretty little black girl. And my first instinct when I saw this child, and I do say child because she had to be in her 20s. And if you're in your 20s, that's a child to me. If I'm old enough to be your mama, you a child. And my first instinct was to run to the child and help the child. Thank you. That's what I'm thinking, Symphony Love. It's making me feel like, girl, this had to be some kind of warning from somewhere in some way, because it just was so uncomfortable. Like nothing happened to me. I was kept safe. I kept my wits about me. But it was just, yeah. Bullies love to bully says it was a sign that someone is trying to pull you down, but someone is watching and got you covered. I received that. That actually makes me feel a whole lot better. That's why I said, let me talk to my family. I know sometimes when you share your dreams with people, people don't all, it's not always well received. And folks can think you crazy. When you start talking about what you saw, like they don't see some stuff too when they go to sleep. She said, like we spoke about yesterday, some people have underlying manipulative strategies going on. Amen, girl. You said that. And the other reason that I felt like I wanted to bring it out is because, we covered like recurring dreams, when you keep dreaming the same thing over and over and over. But I will say this, you can have a recurring theme to a dream. You can find yourself running from people. Every dream you have, you running from somebody. Uh-huh. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm starting to get. I'm starting to get. Yep. And I appreciate you guys. That's why I say, I'd rather just talk up and talk out. Like I can't encourage you all to be open and talk up and trust people to have your back if I'm gonna sit here and know that my spirit is shook up and try to put on a show and smile and grin with you like I'm not concerned about the thing that I saw. And so I started looking at the situation like, okay, this is a point where all of us can grow from and pay attention to the fact that you can have a recurring theme. And it's been my experience, and this one included, that when a theme keeps recurring over and over, it's because there is a warning. Good girls don't win. How you doing? And that's what I'm thinking. Like this theme keeps recurring. Yeah, it was a little scary. It was. Like I woke up with my heart racing, my chest was tight. I had to like reject everything, everything. Because even though I didn't understand all the symbols, I knew it was something bad. That's why I was telling you guys, like, even if Even if you wake up and you don't remember everything you saw. I have a habit of like like I was telling y'all, get dream journals. I found somebody who has them in books, so I'm gonna try to get some for you guys, just to give out. You don't have to buy nothing, but I'll try to get some for you so you all can write things down. Writing them down helps. What I do is I say them out loud almost as soon as I wake up. That way I can remember what I saw before it just gets taken from my memory. DT, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you so much for supporting the stream. That means everything to me, okay? Says, I agree with everyone in the chat. It's a sign that people are trying to bring you down, but you're always protected by God, Jesus, and the angels. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. And I just want people to like pay attention to the themes. I had a friend that was having a dream where she was constantly running from somebody. I don't care what kind of dream it was, whether she was at a church, if she was at a mall, if she was on the beach, she kept having to run from somebody. And it was a warning. And that's why I'm starting to feel like this must have been a warning of some kind. And that's why I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stay cool until I can understand. Um, yeah, definitely protected. And I think it may be something unresolved, but definitely a warning. Evangelist, thank you so much for the super chat. Says you are growing and moving past what was and what would hold you back. You're walking into what God has planned, but you must be careful of who's around you. Everyone don't need help. Plus it's a setup. Love you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I receive it too, because that's what that dream told me. It's like, hey girl, you want to help folks, you better be a little more discerning and careful. Don't just be blindly helping people. I got to be careful. And y'all know I have to be careful because y'all know I love to help people. Like that's my joy in life, is to help and to give. I love to help and I love to give. And I got to pay attention. I got to pay attention. You're right, Keisha. He done got my attention, girl. He got it. DC, I don't think it's an active bringing down. It sounds like the burden is passive, like you're trying to bring someone somewhere that they don't want to be. Time to thin the herd. That could be it too. Now, I don't have all the answers. That's why I said this go round. I'm coming to the family and telling y'all, help me, please. Enlighten Hugh says you need to protect your emotions, thought, and peace. Okay. Okay, Shanitra, see what clarity or aha comes in the next 3 days. You're right. Sometimes it's like that. It'll come, sporadically, not when you first look for it, but it'll show up. You know what? I didn't even think of that, Keisha. You say maybe that's why I've been having trouble sleeping. Okay, okay. I accept that. That might be right. Oh, yeah, you're right. And that's a good way to set a trap on somebody that is always wanting to help people. It's just, you know what, I've always been that way. Even when I went through my little bad phase where I was misbehaving and cutting up and acting wrong. Um, is my sound really bad, y'all? Let me know, because if so, I'll switch devices. Or it may not be that the sound going in and out. It might be my bad voice. But let me know. Janice says, Aquarius, we love hard, and most of the time, folks are not genuine. That's true. And I think a lot of times, those of us who are aquas, we tend to be activists and protectors and trying to fight for everybody. Like we don't even think about it. We will jump in and be windmilling and fighting for people and defending folks. And everybody doesn't need that. And I think I got the message that maybe that some of these are traps. DC says, I think the distorted crown was your fear that if you help someone and it goes wrong, it'll be forever associated with you. Like people will not see the real you, but those of us that know. Girl, that crown was something that was something bad they were trying to put on me. When I say bad, that was something bad. Like that one, I actually went to my godmom. She's a prophetess. And I had her pray over me for weeks for that one so we could get an understanding. The interpretation I received was that was something spiritual. That was something that some bad entity was trying to put on me And it was like they were trying to use my mouth, my voice, and in a bad way to try to influence people in the wrong direction, to try to make people do the wrong thing, and to try to get me to react to things, just trying to use me to hurt other people. And that's why I literally became fixated on beautiful crowns, because I said that would never be my story. That would never be my portion. And I mean, never. Bullies Love to Bully says, I would say a ritual every night and cast out evil spirits. There are good spirits and bad spirits. I don't want but one spirit. That's the Holy Spirit. The rest of them, they can go somewhere. I'm sure somebody else to take them in. Mitchell can't do it. But see, I don't want to get confused and start playing with stuff that I don't need to play with. I don't want no smoke. Yeah, I'm praying for that. Y'all pray for me too. That too, Wonder Woman Marshall. That part. Because I mean, really, I don't want no smoke. And I'm not mad at nobody who, do other things and exercise other practices. I respect everybody's belief systems. But me, I stick to what I know and who I know. But those themes are for real. So y'all pay attention to the themes so you don't end up like me. Like I paid attention to the theme, but I thought it was over when it wasn't. And so then last night, when I finally got me a decent night's sleep, it was turned upside down because this same theme came right back. Exactly. Hold on, DC. I got you, baby. Girl, that's why I live in that mirror. I live in that mirror. Even the days when I don't feel that strong, I still spend my time in the mirror and give myself mirror time because I know I need it. Like I know I need it. I appreciate you, Canelo. I love you so much. You don't know how happy I am that you came over to hang with us. Right. Exactly. That's all I do. I give and move on, and I'm gonna be real careful because apparently I wasn't paying attention like I was supposed to. Okay, I was tripping, but I ain't gonna trip no more. And again, y'all know I'm always telling y'all, hold me accountable. If you see me being a little too, loose, a little too relaxed, not paying attention, y'all call me on it. Make me stop so I don't hurt myself now. Leslie Prim says maybe the dream is recurring because the person or people you need to be cautious of are still around you. Oh my God. Girl, thank you for that because I didn't think of it. I didn't even think of it. She said, you were so fast to help me in my sister's death, and that dark spirit didn't like it. But I appreciate you and the royal family. You have a heart to help others. So please rebuke that dark spirit. I will. I appreciate you. And Sumi B, I love some daily meditation, and maybe I need to crank that up and be more careful. Okay? Hold on. What you say, Boo? Praying over yourself cleans and castaways, and I guess build a barrier and shield up. It really works. That's true. Very true. Hey, Dorit, how you doing, Boo?
Hi, sweetie. I have the definition of dreaming underwater.
I
To
mean, I
dream,
already know what it is, but go ahead.
so it's being overwhelmed by negative thoughts, emotions, and uncertainty. To dream of breathing underwater represents being overwhelmed by negative thoughts, emotions, or uncertainty while remaining calm or confident.
Yep, that's the secular meaning, but I will give you a little bit of it. I try not to get too deep spiritually out here because everybody doesn't understand at the same pace. Natural Girl Trucking, thank you so much for the super chat. It says I love your kindred spirit. Stay strong, sister. Love you. I love you right back. Okay, but
So
but
I had,
the spiritual
well,
meaning
I
behind
gotta,
dreaming.
I have I have to tell you, I had the weirdest dream last 2 weeks ago, and I woke up. I was in a frenzy, sick to my stomach. Um, I dreamt I was sleeping, and two angels came, but they were in human form. But I knew they were angels, and they told me, "Come with us." What do you mean, come with you? Well, it's time for you to go. You need to come with us. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm too young. I'm not going with you. They said, you have to come. I said, hey, I haven't even been to Italy yet. I'm not going anywhere. Then they say to me, "Well, you get to have one last thing that you like to eat. What would you like?" So I said chocolate. So they take me to a chocolate store and I get chocolate. Next thing you know, they bring me my daughter at the age of 5. She's 31. So, what's my daughter doing here? Well, she's going with you. What do you mean she's going with me? What did she do that she has to go with me? "Oh, she was bad, so she has to go with you." I said, "The hell with you. I'm not going anywhere." And I woke up with the sickest feeling in my stomach. And I had a similar dream again, but, different scenario, same thing.
And in both dreams, they were trying to make you eat something and go with them.
Yeah, and my daughter. They kept bringing my daughter in.
Well,
I was like, "You're
I'm
going after
glad
the
you rejected
sister."
it because they were looking for you to agree with them so that they could do whatever it is they had planned for you and your baby. So I'm glad
He
you
said
rejected that.
they try to buy me off with chocolate.
But remember what I told you guys when we were talking about signs and warnings before. Spirits don't eat. So what was happening was they were trying to plant a seed in you. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
that wasn't real food. That was something they were trying to plant in you. And what I was letting you know is when you start dreaming about water spiritually, water has two representations. When you're seeing the water, it's usually, if it's just coming down in a natural way, it's usually an indication of the Holy Spirit that something beautiful or blessed is about to go down. But when you start dreaming that you're under that water, that's actually being a part of or being thrust into the marine kingdom. That kingdom is not a good place to be. That's not where you're supposed to be. We're not built to breathe underwater. So the fact that I found myself in a place that I know is an unclean place, and I had to go into this unclean place to get this young woman out. And after I went through all of that, she turned around and just laid back and allowed them to take her. I get the feeling like I get the general message, but I'm not understanding, like, is this an actual person, or is this a project that I need to abandon, or like what is it that I'm about to walk into a dangerous, potentially dark situation to try to help or do good? Like my intention is going to be good, but it's going to be a trap. It looks like I'm still protected, but it looks like something that looks like I have good intention could turn against me or end up harming me. And I said, have mercy. What kind of trouble is this? Because here
I
we are
said the
again with
same
being
thing.
thrust into this dark place.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I said, "Am I in trouble?"
hmm That's how it is. And that's why I say, I was trying to tell y'all too. I found some dream journals. I'm going to get them. I'm going to see how many I can get. That way I can just give them out. Because I want you all to get in the habit of writing down what you saw. Because a lot of times writing down what you saw can help you. And that's right, Chris Stephanie. That's one of my favorite songs too. Let him be a fence, baby. But we got to start talking about it, writing it down, saying what it is. Like don't be afraid to say it, and don't worry about if people are gonna laugh at you. Like I know everything I just said sounds crazy as cat crap, but I felt like it's better to talk because what you expose you can destroy. You can't beat anything when you're hiding and running from it and you so afraid of what people gonna say about you.
Now, I told my sister and I told my friend. My sister got scared, but my girlfriend laughed. She said, "Well, Dor, you're still around, so I guess you're tougher than they are."
They
I
didn't
said, "Well,
get
hell,
you.
I
You
wasn't about
rejected
to
it.
go anywhere. I'm not ready to leave this world."
hmm Silver Diamond, let me answer you. You said, how did I learn about that? I learned about the Marine Kingdom because I didn't just go to American churches. I also attended churches with African people. And sometimes they get a little more in depth when it comes to teaching things spiritually so you can understand how to help yourself. So, if that's something y'all want me to do a teaching on, I'll do it in members only, just because we don't want to have people who are not necessarily the same belief system and we don't want to offend nobody. But if y'all want me to do a teaching on the Marine Kingdom or on the you know, different things, the kingdoms of the air and different things like that. I'll be happy to do a teaching on that. But we're gonna do it members only. But like seriously, that's exactly what that was. And I knew it. When I saw it the first time, I knew it. But I didn't understand why they would be dressing me up and crowning me as what. I was offended and I was disturbed. Yep. You can make those covenants in your sleep. You better say it. I tried to tell them, baby, they're trying to get an agreement. Them, if they had gotten you to go with them to read, that would have been the same as getting you to sign a contract.
Oh,
Yes, they are
yeah.
not good spirits. That's right. June, let me find out you my sister for real. Yeah, okay. If that's what it is, y'all, I will. I will set that teaching up. If y'all don't mind, if we can get through um our next movie night and the talent fest, just because I want to focus my attention on that and make sure we keep it orderly. If y'all let me get through that, the very next thing I will do, beginning of September, is I will set up that teaching. Okay.
Well, let's do it because knowledge is power, and it doesn't matter where it comes from or what it's about. The more you know and the more
Mm-hmm.
knowledgeable you are, the better
Yeah.
off you are.
Yeah, it is, and that's the whole thing. Like I try to give out information. I like for us to have talks as a family because you never know, what somebody doesn't know. And I had a good friend that told me years ago because I kept saying, "Well, how come you don't know that? Why didn't you just go look it up, or why didn't you ask?" And she said to me, "Dummy, because you don't know what you don't know." And I said, "Oh, I was being dumb." Like you can't look up something or ask questions about something that you don't know is a real thing. So I get it. And where's Miss Gardner? Did you go? Because I know she had a question, and I wanted to get everything out of my mouth and out of my head really fast before I started talking to folks. Did she go? Because if she's here, I'll help you if I can. All right, happy to be happy. Got your back, Doreen. Yeah, I
Oh,
will.
thank you.
Definitely. So it looks like there's a few of y'all that are interested in that teaching. I'll do us some members only, and we'll sit down and I'll bring y'all research information. I'll find videos that'll help explain better than me because I may not be the best person to explain everything, but I know some excellent teachers that can definitely explain to you what's going on. Okay? Girl, I love Kevin L.A. Ewing. See, June, I love you. I knew you was my sister. Said one teacher I love to hear on dreams and the spiritual kingdom is Kevin Ewing. Kevin Ewing is one of the most learned when it comes to that. And if you ever hear his story, you'll find out why. He went through a whole lot just because he did not know. So once you learn and study and it gives you more power. The more knowledge and understanding you have, the more power you have in your own life. And that's why I try to, encourage us to talk and put stuff out there. And don't be afraid and be thinking that somebody's gonna laugh. And if they do laugh at you, the ones that's gonna laugh couldn't help you no way. But somebody might listen to you and they may have an answer for you. DC said that might need to be only the highest tier members to really thin out foolishness because that's that's in a house. Okay, no, you're right though. You're right. And you keep pen and paper by the bed. Okay, that's a good idea, but I'm gonna get y'all some journals. I'm working on. I'm trying to, work the man down on his price. I never like, if I'm buying a bulk amount of anything to read, I'm terrible. I never try to pay the first price they ask me. If I'm spending with you and I'm buying a certain amount of something from you, I want you to give me a better price. Like do better. So I'm trying to get a good price, even if I gotta increase the amount that I'm buying, because even if it's not enough people that want them all right now, somebody may want them later, or I can give them out later. But I just
That's
want a
right.
better price, and I feel like he's trying to get over on me a little bit, and I can't allow that. Hey, Keaton, how you doing, darling? And I made it in.
Hey, Q.
Yeah. June said you can't go Google it interpretation. That's a lot of that stuff is not from the right source. You better tell them again. It's the truth. But a lot of folks don't know that. And they end up doing it, June, because they don't have any other place to turn. Hey, Michelle Jenkins, Natural Girl Trucking says, I'm learning so much from the royal family. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all even being here and listening to my crazy dreams and the stuff that's, going through my head. You say journals and pen. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get a deal on the journals. DC say journals and pens. All right, let me see what I can pull up. I may be able to get if he has sets. Sometimes the little journals will come with pens. The one I found was decent. I just wanted something that had enough pages for y'all to get started. But if I can find a good deal on the ones with the pens, I'll buy them and I'll just give them out. Y'all gotta pay your own shipping though. I ain't gonna pay for your shipping. I'll buy your journal, but I ain't gonna pay for your shipping because that stuff gets expensive, and I ain't rich. Y'all know that. So Black Diamond said, "Don't let a lot of people speak over you or lay hands on you." Yep, that's true. You can't do it. You just can't do it. And unfortunately, everybody don't have good intentions, y'all. I mean, that's unfortunate, but it just kind of is what it is. We want the best, but it don't always work out that way. DJ Dad says, when I was younger, I would go to sleep dreaming and feel like I woke up, but I can't move. That's when them old people used to say the hag was riding. I can see my clock, then I would feel a sharp blade piercing into my back, and then I'm up. The clock said at the same time. Wow. Girl, that's tough. There's so many meanings that could be involved with that. Silver Diamond, thank you so much for the super chat. Says I don't have a lot, but here's some to help sponsorship. Oh, that's sweet. You don't have to do that. Listen, I'm getting those journals because I love y'all and I just want to help. Okay. Kenila says, yeah, I'm watching all this evil in the world right now and staying prayed up. You better, because some of these people act real crazy and I don't know if it's normal.
Well, why don't you start a donation fund or a link where we could just donate money to buy the journals and the pens for people that need them.
No, Dorit, don't do that. This is something that I want to do. Like I prayed over it. I set aside a
Okay.
certain amount. And this, I just want to sow into you guys. Like sometimes I do stuff just because I want to sow into you. And I don't need nothing back for it. I just want to sow into you. Now, when I
Okay.
start passing them out, if one of our sisters is like, I want one, but I don't have $5 or $6 for shipping, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But if they can't do it, then I will do my best to see if I can pull that too. But the ones that can, I know our sisters and our brothers here, they honest people. So if they can, I know they got it. But if they don't, I'm still gonna do it. Y'all, and by now y'all should know that about me. Even if you ain't got it, I'm still gonna do it because I want you to have the tools that you need to help yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, you're a good person. I always said that to you, and I appreciate you. I really do.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't even know y'all were my blessing today. Marcella, thank you so much for the super chat. Girl, I didn't know you had slid in the back door. I am so happy to see you. Yeah, Mace, we were just talking about that. Hey, there's a lot of people that had that going on when they were coming up and in their lives. Like and like me and Macy were talking earlier, and about the fact that a lot of our parents and grandparents they mentioned stuff to us, but it's like they were talking in code. They wouldn't just come right out and say anything. Everything was something, they would just tell you stuff and they didn't explain anything. And that left us here looking crazy, not knowing how to help ourselves. Mm-hmm. DT, how you doing, babe?
Hi, Sunitra. Hi, Dorit. I just wanted to say hello and yeah, and
Hello.
thank you so much for today's crown check because I just had this absolutely weird dream last night as well. Like it was absolutely weird, and I woke up and I was one like the first thing I said when I woke up was I rebuke this dream in the name of Jesus. I just couldn't.
Yeah, some dreams will do that to you. They will do that to you for real. Like just
Yeah,
that's
so
why I told y'all, like soon as you wake up, just reject it. Like even before I had any type of understanding of what it was, like I knew it was something bad. And that's all I needed to know. I was like, you know what? I reject all that. I don't want nothing to do with it. I ain't got time for it. Get this away from me. I'm not accepting it. I cancel it. Like I did everything but pick it up and like pile drive it off the top rope. I was like, no, we not doing none of that.
Yeah. And hey, Marcella, hope your husband's doing well.
Yes, I hope he's doing good too, sis. I'm gonna give you a call later and check on y'all or text, okay?
Yeah. So I'll give a quick description because I'm actually on my way to go teach, but I'll just do a quick description of my dream. So it was like I was in my office, and this man that I had known for quite a long time came in, and I knew him and I were talking, and he was trying to coerce me into doing something that I knew I didn't want to do, and he
Mm-hmm.
was trying to use like his body to try and coerce me to do this, and
Uh-huh.
it just felt like he was making me absolutely uncomfortable, and I tried to say no to him, but he still persisted to the
Mm-hmm.
point where when I woke up, that was when I woke up, and the first thing I said was, "I rebuke this dream in the name of Jesus."
Yeah, and I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did because, like, I don't know, things are getting very interesting in the world right now. Things are getting real, real interesting. Like, more and more people are being exposed for their dirt. You know, we got diseases going around that nobody really knows anything about. Nobody ain't gonna tell me they know nothing about this C19. The covert burrito or whatever the hell they want to call it this week. They don't know nothing
Hmm.
about what this thing is. It's just killing people left and right. You got all kind of craziness going on with the children doing stuff. Like the world is really going to hell in a handbasket. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
So it's like y'all just,
exactly.
that's why I keep saying y'all look out for each other. I tell y'all every day, be encouraged and make sure you encourage somebody else. Don't just sit there and be quiet. If you need backup, say something. This family over here, I love y'all so much and I brag on y'all so much because we really act like a family over here. Hey, deeper than skin deep.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The royal family are just an amazing family, and I love coming here and being with you all every day too. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know that um when you were talking about your dream this morning, the Sinitra, I absolutely it actually made you flashback into the dreams I was having as well. So I just
Mm.
wanted to come and personally say thank you for today's dream, for today's crown chat.
Oh, I appreciate you guys. It means a whole lot that, somebody can identify with, that we can identify with each other. Like, I don't want anybody to feel like they're alone in what they're going through, whether it's something physical, spiritual, real, or imagined. I don't want you to feel like you're alone because somebody can identify with what's happening to you. Keaton says, I don't know what my spirit's obsession is with 1234. I don't care what I'm doing. I can be minding my business and have a desire to look at the time. And it's always 1234. You know who would probably know better than that, better than me with that? Egypt is good with that because she's always like giving me little like reminder texts and stuff at certain times of the day.
Mm.
Yeah, these are definitely the last days, Auntie Eva. Definitely. Evangelist, how
Mm-hmm.
you doing?
Hey, hello everyone.
How are you?
Oh, I'm
Hi,
doing
Evangelist.
okay. I'm doing okay. I just wanted to give you some words that dropped in my spirit while I was just, oh my God, girl, you overwhelmed me. You
Imagine how I felt
overwhelmed
seeing
me.
that crazy stuff. Like it was overwhelming for me.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
lot.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I wasn't gonna call in, but you know how the Lord will just stay on you and make you, and you got to be obedient. Obedience is greater than sacrifice.
It's
And
true.
Amen.
so I had to call in and just let you know that God has something planned for you, sis. And it's bigger than even even you can imagine. And you're doing such a great work. And this work is going to take you somewhere that the devil is trying to stop. And these dreams are clues and hints at an idea of where God is trying to take you. And those big men that you mentioned that everybody said, yeah, those are angels. Those same angels are protecting you in real life, outside of the dreams. But what God dropped in my spirit is there are people who have come into your life and
Mm,
have decided that they're going to use the nice Sinitra, the kind Sinitra, the giving Sinitra to not necessarily to take advantage of, but to kind of ride your coattails, if that makes sense, or
mm.
to use you as a kind of a shield. So let me say, for example, I can use the good Sinitra to hide the bad me. Does that
Oh,
make
shoot.
sense? And the
Yeah, that
Lord
makes
said,
sense. That
the
makes
Lord,
girl,
the Lord
that makes
said, you gonna know what I mean. The Lord said, you'll
yeah,
know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
So I can be the worst person in the world, but if I got Sinitra by my side, people gonna look at me a different way. Oh, hallelujah, Jesus! Y'all excuse me. God is using me
Ooh,
right now.
Wow,
So,
yes.
girl,
um,
that just made the hair on the back of my neck stand up.
sis, I'm telling you what God gave me now, and you know, you know if I'm lying, you would know if I'm lying. And so I just wanted to
Ooh,
share that information with you.
I'm
Somebody
gonna
is
call you when I get off this stream.
somebody is trying to use you as a shield. Somebody is trying to use you
Yes.
as a comforter, as a way to hide their bad deeds, or as a way to
Woo!
say, don't look at me, look, this is my friend. Do you see what I'm saying? Look, I got
Hey,
her over here. And what you've been doing is you've been used going to this person, and you've been, or people, it could be a group of people, I don't know, this is just what God is
woo!
telling me. You've been praying with these people, you've been ride you because you a ride or die, so you've been there with
I
these
am.
people. You've been there with these people, but now all of a sudden your name is going to be starting to get drug into some mess. And the Lord is telling me to tell you it's time to step away, because this is not your problem. This is not your problem. You
Woo!
you got kingdom building business to take care of. You got uh, people to take care of. God has given you a royal family that's going to go into the hundreds of thousands of folks. That's going to take you outside of YouTube. And these folks that are trying to use you as a shield can't go. They got problems. They got
Woo!
listen. These folks got things they need to handle. They don't have nothing to do with Sinitra.
My God.
And so
Listen,
you
thank you
gonna
for
have
becoming a royal family member. Y'all give her a royal welcome. Evangelist, keep
Well,
on telling me what I need to know. Y'all let her know she's welcome. Nissa, you are
yeah.
highly welcome. You in a good place. You
Yeah,
with family,
that's
and we
that's
love
that's
you.
that's what it is. That's what it is. The Lord is telling me you're gonna have to step aside from whatever has washed into your life recently. And
Woo!
you're gonna have to step aside, and you're gonna have to say, you know what? I know myself well enough to know this is not me. This is not me.
mm-hmm,
This is not who I am. I've tried to be a friend to you. I've tried to, not necessarily take you down my path, because you're not a, I'm gonna make you be like me type of person, but you
Yeah,
try to make people see things in a different kind of light. You know what I'm saying? But you can't keep, when you talked about the girl who wouldn't get out the water, it's
yeah.
like the Lord he just showed me a picture, and then he started speaking to me. You can't get her out the water because she loves that water. You can't get her out the water because she's screaming, help, help, save me. But when in actuality, she lives for that water. That water is what she's a mermaid. Oh, hallelujah, Jesus.
Ooh,
She thrives in water. Wait a minute, God. Y'all excuse me. Mm, she thrives in water, Jesus. She thrives in water is what the Lord's telling me. So I just want to tell you, sister, I'm praying for you in the name of Jesus, because God is going to use you for something bigger than this, something bigger than this. And you are protected on all ends. You are protected. You are covered in the name of Jesus. And I had to do this because this is greater than sacrifice. This is greater. I had to do this for you because you were there for me. And I'm going to share with y'all, if y'all want to do anything for me, I've been having seizures 2 times a day for the last week. And so I'm going to have to probably go into the hospital. So pray for me. But
absolutely.
Sinitra, I'm praying for you. Oh, hallelujah, Jesus.
My God.
Thank
God,
Look
you
here,
so
hey,
much.
evangelist.
Wow.
I ain't got but one thing to say, and that's thank you for being obedient.
huh,
I
I
thank you
love
for
you,
being
sis.
obedient.
I thank you for being obedient the day you talked to me when I was going through. I thank you for your obedience. And I thank the royal family for just being a place to come and have a good time and be able to be there for one another and have, you know what I mean? Like it feels like I said, it feels like home. And I appreciate you all, but I wanted you to know the Lord he was staying on me. He would not let me let it go. And I just want you to know that you remember and stay focused on what God has given you, because He's taking you places. He's taking you places, but you got to align yourself with people who are like minded. You got to stay there.
Okay, and hold on, let me stop right here. Hold on, because somebody about to miss the boat looking for what's on the surface. Look here, that ain't got nothing to do
Right,
with nosing. I know
right,
exactly who she talking about, and it's not nosing. So we're not gonna start that. That's our good
What-
sister, and
right.
this whole,
Please.
yeah,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying.
As a matter of fact,
Hold on, hold
let me
on,
clear that
evangelist,
up.
evangelist. Hold on, I got this. I got it. This is the thing, because I don't want nobody to look at mommy's daughter in a bad way. Sometimes when messages are coming on a spiritual wavelength, people can see it in the natural. That's all that
Right,
happened there. So I'm not blaming her. Mommy's daughter, baby, you're not saying nothing wrong. It's just the fact that you didn't understand what the evangelist was trying to hand me. See, the
right.
message she gave me was for me, and that's why I
That's
understood it.
right.
Everybody else listening, unless they were in the spirit and on that same wavelength, they didn't catch that.
That's
And
right.
that's okay, because every message ain't for everybody to catch.
And
Sometimes
that's
that
what I
message is
said.
just for the person it was sent for.
That's
That's
right.
all it is. So I don't want you to feel any type of way at all. I just wanted to stop and address it, so that way that didn't carry out into the world, because that's not the truth. That's not what she's trying
That's
to say.
right. That's right.
But that's
And how would
okay.
I and like I said that to begin with. I said this is messages for Sinitra. So hey, it- and I
And this
love
is the
Nosy. So
I
let
love
me
her
just
to
put that
death.
out there. I love
Yeah,
Nosy.
yeah.
So
That's why I say. But sometimes, evangelist, we have to just take time, and with that still soft voice, it's just, yeah, baby. I understand. Yep, making sure to check all avenues, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't saying nothing wrong, and I love
yeah,
you for being, mindful. And
yeah.
but that's why I don't mind taking a minute to explain, because we have to always understand, hey, AK girlies, we have to understand everybody ain't where we at, and you got to recognize there was a time when we weren't where
Amen,
we at.
sis.
There was a time
Exactly.
when we wasn't where we at. You know
Right.
what I mean? I
Yep.
was just saying to Maxine, when I was talking to her earlier, if y'all knew who I used to be, you'd shout for me.
Uh, come on
That's
now.
all I'm saying. That's why you don't
I'm so
catch
sorry, everyone.
me.
I'm off, but I'll see you all
All
later.
right, see you later, baby. But
Bye bye, Big Sis.
Right.
that's why I
Bye.
always say, y'all will never catch me judging nobody, because I'm
That's
not in a
right.
position to judge anybody. When you're talking
That's
to
right.
Shanitra, when y'all talking to y'all sister Shanitra, you talking to somebody who has been, as I love to say, as dirty as a swamp rat,
Love you, Marcella.
and as dirty as a swamp rat and crooked as a roach leg. That's who you're talking to. You're talking
Okay.
to somebody who had to clean herself all the way up. So, oh Lord, I'm getting emotional. But
It's all right.
you will never catch me judging anybody, because I know who I've been. I know my story.
That's right.
When people look at you, they don't know your story.
That's right. That's right, sis.
Y'all forgive
That's
me,
right.
but I'm
It's
just
all right.
telling the truth.
Yeah.
So forgive
Evangelist,
me.
if I may ask, um, how do you interpret my dream?
This what that looked like to me. Um, was that, like I said, that was some foul spirits that were trying to get you to agree and make a negative agreement or a negative covenant against
Yeah.
yourself and your daughter. That was something that
Yeah.
was not just after you, but it was after you and your bloodline. And I'm glad
Yeah.
that you did not agree. And next time you see something like that, baby, wake up and just reject it. Wake up and reject it. That's what I
Oh,
want
I
you to do.
did. I did.
Yeah.
I was
And
cursing up a
and I'm
storm.
saying every time it happens, wake up and reject it.
Yeah,
Sister girl, anybody can donate and help. Even if you just want to help other people become members, you can help with that. We always help. A matter of fact, we have a help and support ministry, and we try to offer bereavement services as best we can. So if you want to help in any way, you're welcome. Super chat, cash app. If you want to join the royal family and get on a committee and help, we happy for the help in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Marcella, thank you so much for the super chat. She said we were just talking about that yesterday, Shanitra. Thank God we don't look like what we've been through. Girl, when
yes,
you talked about
Lord.
it, we were sure talking about it. And
Yes,
that's the thing. It's just like, people look at a person and you're looking at a finished product. But while you're looking at the finished product, please understand there was a whole lot of ingredients that went in,
that's
and
right.
all of those ingredients were not easily gathered.
Yes,
Sometimes we
ma'am.
had to gather those ingredients by being disobedient and tearing our behinds up first.
That's
And
right.
so that's what you're looking at. You're not always looking at that pretty picture you see. That ain't always what it is.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's what people have to understand. Sometimes we done been broke down so many times before God was able to build us up because we
But
were
it's just
hard
the
headed.
truth. But the thing
Yeah.
is, people get it twisted. And that's the thing. I don't want nobody to misunderstand me because I can't talk for nobody but Shanitra. I don't
That's
know.
right.
I can't tell somebody else's story. I can only tell my own.
That's
You get
right.
what I'm saying? But
Yes, ma'am.
Evangelist, I thank you so much for giving me.
Oh, you're
And
welcome,
listen, like
sis.
I said, when I get off, I'm gonna give you a holler, okay?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right,
Thank
boo.
you. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
And
Bye.
Valerie, I'm going to light a Sabbath candle for you on Friday,
Oh,
and
Mhm.
thank
a
you,
good
Dorit.
word for you for your good
I
Thank
health.
you.
appreciate it. That's so
Thank you
loving.
so much. Thank
See,
you.
that's
Bye
why I
bye.
love this family. Bye, darling. But yeah, Dorit, you be careful with that because they were really trying to get you to agree with some stuff. Like really trying to get you to agree with something bad against your family. Ain't no angels don't try to trick you into no agreements. So if somebody was trying to trick you into an agreement, then that's what it is. Happy to
Hmm.
oh,
They
okay.
tried to bribe me with chocolate, and I didn't eat the chocolate. I mind you.
I'm glad you did because I'm telling you, they were trying to get any kind of agreement that they could get, any kind that they could get, and I'm glad you rejected it. But just like I found out last night the hard way, I found out that even though I thought this theme was not going to be showing up, that theme showed right back up. That theme showed right back up, and
Mm-mm.
so when if this theme shows up for you again, as soon as you wake up, girl, reject it. Just reject it.
I haven't been to temple since I was a little girl, and I've just had an urge to go.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'm sorry, sis. Let me check backstage, but I didn't see it. I don't even know how that happened. But go ahead, Dorit. I was just answering
So,
our
yeah,
sister.
no, since I've had this dream, it's been on my mind to go to Friday night services.
You better.
I think I'm going to.
Because you know what? If y'all know how it is, something will come to your mind, and it's like if you don't do it right then, it'll just like something will just snatch it out of your head. It'll make you forget.
No, well, I've been sick, so I can't leave the house. But as soon as I feel better, I'm going to go. And I'm going to sit down with the rabbi and talk to him. I just have this gnawing feeling that I need to do that.
Hmm. Yeah, you better follow your first mind, girl. If your mind telling you that, follow your mind.
Yeah.
Follow your mind. But girl, I'm telling you though, that's why I say, it was so funny that like Marcella said, me and she were talking and we were saying the same thing. Like we don't look like what we've been through. And I tell people like y'all just don't know. One of these days I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna tell y'all my story. And then you're gonna try to figure out how did somebody so terrible manage to clean themselves up like that. Because I went from being a terrible person, and I do mean a terrible person on almost, I won't say every level, but I would say out of ten, 8 out of 10, I was almost batting 1,000. So, it's just I tell everybody just do your best. If you know you feel a certain way, your mind telling you to go to service on Friday, girl, just go. Just
I
go.
will.
Do your best. I'm not one of those people that's gonna sit up and try to tell you, oh, you gotta be perfect and this and that. Because if I believe that, I would be depressed. Because ain't nothing about me close to perfect.
And I've never been religious. I'm more spiritual. And for me to want to go to temple and sit down with the rabbi is really something.
Yeah, it's a reason for it. It's happening for a
Hmm.
reason.
I
And you
know.
just gotta tell yourself the truth. You gotta tell yourself the truth. Girl, follow your first mind.
I'm
Oh,
going
y'all
to.
talking about a book. Y'all better tell. I want to know about the book. What's the book, y'all? Because I love me a good book.
Sinitra, this is a little off subject, but did you watch The Housewives of New York yesterday?
I didn't. I'm gonna have to catch it back on the replay. What happened?
Oh, you have to, because did you hear about the Black Shabbat that Ebony had that's going to be on the show? Watch it, because that's what I was thinking about you today. I said, when
Oh,
you girls were thinking about taking a trip, and I said, come out to Las Vegas with
yeah.
Princess and everyone. I said, I would love to do that, have a Sabbath. I said, it's Friday night at sundown. You do your
Uh huh.
Sabbath. And I'd
I
love to do
know.
a black Shabbat for all my sisters
That would be
when you come
absolutely
to Vegas
wonderful.
and
Cause
cook all the Israeli food for you.
that would be beautiful. Cause I
Hmm.
told you some of my close Igbo people that I know, some of them are, like I told you, they still practice Judaism. They're Orthodox. So I'm very aware, but I would love to do that. Angela Valentine, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you supporting the stream, sis. I appreciate all of y'all just for being here and just listening to me and giving me y'all's input and helping me to get clarity. Because I don't have all the answers. A lot of times I'm on struggle mode. You know what, Auntie Eva, you telling the truth. You are telling the truth. I did have a road to Damascus experience. I did. How did you know? Oh, wow. Yes. Oh, you watched it. You said Ramona was a mess. What did Crazy Eyes do this time, y'all?
Oh, you don't, you have to see it. Q, don't tell her. You have to see this
I
to
gotta
believe
see.
it.
Oh, God. Crazy Eyes. I used to like her so much, but she just like lately, I don't know what's up with her.
She's getting kookier and kookier. She's getting to be a little bit like Dorinda, kind of losing her mind a bit.
And see, I used to like Dorinda at first too, and then she started tripping.
But she was on Watch What Happens last night, and she seems to be normal again. I think she needed that year off to kind of gather
Yeah.
herself. And she just wrote a book.
Okay. And this the book Black Diamond, and then was talking about dispensational truth. Okay, cool beans. Yeah.
Mhm.
Dorinda just wrote a book.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the title is Make It Be Nice.
Yeah, make it nice. Cause
Or Make It Nice.
that used to be her thing, when she would be planning and doing all these parties, her theme parties were always on point. And she was
Right.
always saying, make it nice. I
Right.
love Brenda. I did. I loved her persona, like the way she was just like so on point with stuff like that. Because I could identify with that. Let's just say my nicknames for people be on point. Girl, what else can we call Ramona except Crazy Eyes? She crazy and her eyes is crazy. Everything just crazy. It was too much. So yeah, so I wonder. I hope Dorinda does not go back to that show if that's what they did to her, and that's how they, really made her feel, and it took her out of her element. I hope she leave them people alone.
Oh, she seems great. She looks good.
Uh huh. Okay. Well,
Okay.
that's what's up. Well, Lord,
I'm
look
gonna
here,
I'm gonna
girl.
go
Look,
back down to the chat and
deeper
give
than
somebody
skin.
else a chance to
But
come
look
up.
here. Listen, look. Deeper than skin deep says she take Dorinda over Ramona. Girl, I take Dorinda over Ramona. Okay. Oh, DC is clowning, talking about how I'm surprised it wasn't titled Making Cocktails. Oh, y'all are terrible. But I love it. But listen, I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. Like I feel like we talked about everything we purged. Y'all put my eyelashes in danger. They almost came unglued. And I survived, and so did my lashes. So
Thank
listen,
God for that.
thank the
We need
Lord
our
because I gotta
lashes.
go. Okay, because I gotta go back to the nail shop and finish my hands. Girl, I got my feet done. And I didn't get a chance to do my nails because I grabbed the baby and dropped her off. And I said, I got to go online with my sisters. So I did that. And then, all right, Canelo, love you too, boo. And then when I came on, I was like, well, now I got to talk. So I said, when I finish, then I'll go back then. I'll go on back then. Okay.
Well, go ahead and have your nails done, and then we want to see what they look like because I'm sure they're going to be fabulous.
They're gonna be crazy because sometimes I do them myself, but here lately I just been like trying to make myself not do as much. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them do it, and I'm gonna push them to the limit because I like all kind of bells and whistles. Like, girl, I put everything on my nails but a helicopter and a machine gun. Like, I like everything on there, the whole circus. So I'm gonna go and do that. Y'all, please hit the like button. If you didn't already, please do that for me. For those of you who contributed to the stream, thank you so much for supporting the stream and bless you. If y'all need to contact me, my contact information is scrolling. My email is shanitra@fieldsdaughter.com and my Instagram is shanitra_royal. If you need me, all of you know I respond as quick as I can. Give me anywhere between 3 and 30 minutes, and I'll be calling you back or reaching back out to you. Please subscribe if you enjoy our content and you haven't already, and please also join membership if you get the opportunity. The membership link is in the description box below. I want to thank everybody who bought items from the Amazon wish list again. I know I opened them up on air, but that was so sweet of you guys to do, and it really, really, really put a huge smile on my heart. I appreciate you guys. Um, I appreciate y'all being there for me to read. I appreciate you, Evangelist. I appreciate you, BT. I appreciate you. Everybody in the chat, all of your kind words, all of y'all's clarity. I appreciate it. And as always, you all stay encouraged and make sure you encourage somebody else. And I'll see y'all real soon, okay? And I'll make sure I post them fingernails when I'm done, okay?
Okay, bye. Love you.
Love you too, darling. Bye, y'all.